at the far reach.
Right.
Just as they're about to give up.
Let's get the stream up and running. Let's skip the bit of the Pikmin 3 soundtrack where it's talking dramatically at us. And I gotta throw a tweet together quickly that tells people we are live, and then I will be good to go. Alright, hello anyone who is here nice and early. I've not popped the tweet out yet, but we are doing that now. There's a new Nintendo Indie World Direct today, starting in 20 minutes. Coming out live as we react to 20 minutes indie Switch indie game news. That'll do. Pop that onto the other socials, and then I'll start chatting to you all. Just finishing setup. Gonna pop the image and the alt text on, and we're good to go. The alt text will be Indie World 14 11. That's all that. Paste it onto the other ones. Now, I'll say a proper hello to everyone in just a moment. Alt text added. Post sent. Alt text sent. Text and sent. Hello everyone. Sorry, I recognize I've not responded to the first couple of messages that came through. I was just making sure I had everything set up. Hey Artist Synth, hey Terra. Yeah, so this is 20 minutes long. It's starting in about like 10-15 minutes. We're just chilling with Pikmin music for a minute while we get ready. How's everyone doing today? I'm trying to think if there's any like Nintendo indie games that we know are coming and should be expecting updates on. Although actually, I feel like there's at least one thing that's going to show up today. Let me do a quick Google because I saw a thing and I want to make a prediction. Do we know if officially there's been any announcement of like is the Outer Wilds, I'm trying to think. Is the Outer Wilds the big RPG or is it the little one? Outer No, it's the one with the looping and just sort of alone in space. Yeah, well that would make more sense. That's indie. Do we know if the Outer Wild if Outer Wilds has like DLC or anything currently? Because if not, I'm gonna put my money on Outer Wilds DLC today. Or an Outer Wilds sequel? Echoes of the Eye. That appears to be a DLC. From 2 years ago. Is the DLC on Switch yet? Outer Wilds is the puzzle game. It does have a DLC. Outer Worlds is the Bethesda. Like, yeah. Do we know if that? I assume that DLC came to Switch. Yeah, I'm gonna put some money on Outer Wilds getting a new DLC or a sequel, or follow-up of some kind today. The person who originally leaked that Outer Wilds was coming to Switch has hinted at Outer Wilds Switch news, and I've only just twigged they did that like a day or two before the Indie World was announced, so yeah, that might be today. Hey, Echo. Incompetent Hero in the Twitch chat says, Silksong not being there will make me happy. Today will make me happy. I don't know why I enjoy watching hopes get dashed every time. You find your joy where you find it. Is Silksong indie? I mean, Silksong is indie, but, like, people have been predicting Silksong to show up in an Indie World Direct for about 2.5 years now, and it never shows up, so don't get your hopes up, Terra. Erikuchi, what's going on? We got Nintendo, we got indie games coming to Switch news happening in, like, 15 minutes. So we're just hanging out, and then there's going to be 20 minutes of, hey, these indie games are coming to Switch. Here's these updates, release dates, or whatever. Outer Wilds already announced no more DLC. Interesting. Let me find, what was the post I saw about something Outer Wilds happening? What was specifically said? So it's Pyoro who is pretty fucking on the money on Switch stuff, on leaks. Finally, we will be able to roast some marshmallows on the Switch. Oh, has the Outer Wilds port not actually come to Switch yet? Is it still delayed? Yeah, there was an Outer Worlds port was announced but then delayed. Yeah, is Outer Worlds... Is Outer Worlds Switch, like, just not out yet? I really thought it was out already, is it not? Or is it still missing a release date? Oh, it's not available for purchase on the eShop yet. Okay, yeah. Wind that back. Much easier prediction. Outer Wilds Switch release day. It's going to be a shadow drop. It comes out today. Yeah, Outer Wilds. That's going to be the shadow drop today. It's going to be. Yeah, he implicated that it was going to be. You're going to be able to roast marshmallows on Switch today, and he did the thing that he did when that was originally announced. Okay. Yeah, well, that's the thing, is the Switch port got announced like 2 years ago, which is why I just assumed it was out by now. I hadn't clicked that it got delayed and never came out. Puz in the Twitch chat says, Silksong has been in a perpetual state of TBA since before the pandemic. Yep. The dev said, hey, just assume it's not coming at this point. Like, be pleasantly surprised when it does. Don't wait for it at every event. Incompetent Hero says, I'm considering buying an OLED Switch as the new console seemingly won't have it. I've heard conflicting things about that. Yeah, the OLED screen and slightly larger screen on the OLED is a really nice upgrade. What are we watching? We're watching Nintendo Indie World Direct, which is going to be 20 minutes of news about indie games coming to Switch. It'll probably be like, hey, Outer Wilds, it's out now on Switch. Like, that's probably going to be a shadow drop. A bunch of cool indie stuff coming to Switch. We're going to find out what it is. Terra says, I'm going unlikely, wishful thinking, and some new Deltarune content. We're not going to get new Deltarune content today. Toby Fox did talk about the state of Deltarune the other day. He's no longer doing the previous plan, which was do all 7 chapters and release them all at once. Chapter 3 is complete. Chapter 4 is, like, getting there. And when Chapter 4 is complete, he's going to put, I think he said Chapters 3 and 4 out as a batch. So, Chapter 4 isn't finished, so I don't expect Chapter 3 today. Yeah. Oh, I am very sleepy today. Yeah, I believe this, or is it 5? Is it 5 chapters? For some reason, I think it's 7 chapters. But whatever it is, whatever amount it is, it was like, yeah, I definitely haven't started on the final chapters and they're ways away. Oh, Oh, we're a month away from the Indigo Disc DLC for Pokemon. That's cool. Right, let me do a Google quickly. Toby Fox Deltarune plans. Oh, sorry, it was 5 chapters. My original plan was to release Chapter 3, Chapter 4, and Chapter 5 together. However, the finish line for Chapter 5 is still pretty far off. I don't think anyone really wants to wait that long for me to release anything. The new plan will be to release Deltarune for purchase once Chapter 4 is complete. So once Chapter 4 is complete, you'll be able to buy Deltarune, and it'll come with Chapters 3 and 4. And Chapter 5 will be like a free update down the line for that. Or is it 7 chapters? Decime in chat is saying 7 chapters. The quote I just read from him, I don't know. But yes, once chapters 3 and 4 are done, we'll get more Deltarune. Decime, you got that from Wikipedia? I got it from a quote from Toby Fox. Here's the thing, I thought you were, I think, my instinct is you're right in the 7, but I did just read a quote from Toby where he talked about it as if there was only 5, so I don't know what's up. Oh, maybe more information on that game from the Celeste devs. Hey, Louise Paolo over in the YouTube. How you doing? Okay, we're like 9 minutes away. Oh, fun things I can talk about while we're here. On the topic of video game news things, I am committing to doing an Accessibility Summer Showcase again in 2024. There's going to be a video and article up later this week talking about some specifics. I don't get into all of it in the video, but I am trying to be bigger and more ambitious with the Summer Showcase next year, and I'm talking to a lot of people about ways that the Accessibility Summer Showcase could be a bigger part of Summer Games Fest week next year. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Incompetent Hero in Twitch chat says, landmark event, glad you're doing it again. There was one thing that might have stopped me doing it again. There was a potential career path change that was floating around and didn't end up materializing, and if that had happened, probably there would have been no AA Summer Showcase from me next year. At least not from me. I might have handed it off to someone else, but that didn't happen, so I am pretty free to... I'm glad that I know the thing's not happening, which means I can just, like, the next 6-7 months is, how do I make this really big next year? Drakewing in the Twitch chat says, the plan before was chapters 3, 4, and 5 as an initial release, with 6 and 7 being updates later on. Okay, so it's now 3 and 4, then 5, 6, 7. Okay, cool. Thank you for the clarification. This is a problem with trying to check these things while also running a Twitch stream. I don't have the full bandwidth to double check everything. Mr. L, it wouldn't have it wouldn't have been away from gaming, but it would have been doing something different in the accessibility space that would have... I mean, I don't know whether it would have changed the public-facing stuff I'm doing, but conversations would have had to be had about, like, what is my career going forward, and, you know, you put feelers out for things sometimes. My career over the last decade has been a fucking weird mismatch of a little bit of everything, and I don't know from one year to the next what my future looks like work-wise. I'm just working it out as I go. Incompetent Hero, did that book supplying deal for that company ever happen? Yes, it did. Without specifying, our company did purchase 400 copies of one of my books and pay me to do a very well-paid speaking engagement for a company who don't obviously have anything to do with the subject of any of my books, and it was really nice. It was very well received. Louise has moved over to the Twitch chat. Hi, yeah, the Twitch chats. I want Twitch to be able to update so that people in the Twitch chat can see the YouTube chat and vice versa. That's the one thing they won't let me do right now, so I ferry messages back and forth at present between the chats until Twitch lets us do differently. Let's see. Shirkbot says, we're all happy to have you doing what you're doing, whatever that happens to be at the time. That's the thing. The accessibility space is, like, inconsistent in its profitability, and if at some point I get an opportunity to make something a bit more stable and direct out of that work, that'll be a conversation for the future, but for now I am doing my little projects and seeing where things go. Can I say which book? Yeah, it was Uncomfortable Labels. It was a company's women's network, I think, put on a Pride event and bought copies of Uncomfortable Labels for, like, everyone in the company before I did a talk. It was, yeah. Captain Orc, I'm very excited to see that Hogwarts Legacy didn't get a single fucking nomination at the Game Awards. Well done. Good job. Good job. No one giving that game votes. Say nobody. Look, this is sometimes how this goes. One woman at one random company in America read my book and was like, I have a budget for a Pride Month event. You're very interesting. And I'm like, hi. I mean, look, let's be honest, here's the thing about Hogwarts Legacy. That game got a few very high-profile 10 out of 10 reviews from people who aren't typically game reviewers. Let me give you a hypothetical scenario. IGN's Hogwarts Legacy review, which I believe was like a 9 or a 10 out of 10, was not from someone at IGN who you usually see reviews from. It was from a freelancer who reviewed it because no one at IGN wanted to fucking touch that thing. And if you go and check the social media for that freelancer, they made the fact that they were brave enough to play Hogwarts Legacy for review, they made that their personality. I'm not saying that they didn't think it was a 10 out of 10 game, but you see that person give a 10 and then other people talking about how that game maybe wasn't as amazing as that first wave of reviews thought, and you maybe go, were some people giving it high scores because they had made it their personality that they were going to play that game? And it's weird that a game that, like, so many people were so adamant they had to play it, they couldn't not play it, that basically none of them are talking about it in Game of the Year consideration, because, like, maybe it wasn't that important you play it and you just played it because you were trying to say fuck you to trans people in some cases. Anyway, that's me having my little soapbox. Yeah, Terra says, wasn't it supposed to be so important that people couldn't live without it? Yeah, funny that none of those people are like, this is my game of the year this year. You maybe could have maybe shown some solidarity. Gosh, it was annoying, the number of people who, without getting into specifics, a lot of gaming content creators who you might have heard of came into my DMs at varying points asking for my permission to play that game, and saying if people shout at me for playing it, can I tell them I spoke to you and you said it was okay? You're a trans person, I know, and you said I could play it. And I had to have a lot of really fucking uncomfortable conversations going, I will not be your a transphobe said I could pass. I won't be your I won't be your permission trans. I won't be the I gave you a little hall pass to play the transphobe game. Why would they think that was acceptable? Because they're entitled and they wanted to play the thing and be guilt-free. I've stopped the Pikmin music because the actual stream's going to start in a second. You would not believe how many prominent YouTube people have, like, asked me really uncomfortable stuff in the past before in that regard. Without naming names, there's one prominent YouTuber who asked me for, like, hey, I'm planning to play Deadly Premonition 2, but I've heard it's transphobic. Can you, like, give me the rundown? And I spent like 3 hours answering their questions and talking them through. And then they put up a multi-hour video why, as a non-trans person, as a creator with a much bigger audience than mine, why Deadly Premonition 2 is transphobic, parroting every single fucking talking point I gave them in DMs, and stealing huge sections of my video about it, completely unquoted, and I have never mentioned that person by name, but I'm like, oh fuck you. There's a lot of creators who get real entitled and go, hey, one trans person I know, let me use you for my benefits. Anyway, Indie Direct. That was me getting way more into the weeds on that than I intended to.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Indie World. I'm Amber.
And I'm Andrew.
We've got another packed showcase full of indie games headed to the Nintendo Switch system. So,
oh yeah, no, I
ado,
stopped watching
let's get
girlfriend
into it.
reviews over that Hogwarts Legacy stuff. Ooh, Shantae! Is this a new Shantae? Yeah! Oh no. Restored and completed. Oh, is this an old one that never got finished? Shantae GBA. Okay, so this is a Game Boy Advance Shantae that was in development but never got finished, never got released. Shantae Advance Risky Revolution.
Hi, I'm Matt Bozon, creative director at WayForward.
Oh, Matt
I'm
Bozon!
the creator of Shantae.
In 2001, we started development of a Shantae sequel for Game Boy Advance. We
Matt
never completed it,
Bozon.
but we'd always hoped that someday we could go back and finish
Is this the
it.
guy that used to be
More
on
than 20 years
NBC?
later, we brought the original development
Is that
team
Mark
back
Bozon?
together to complete the lost Shantae game.
Shantae Advance Risky Revolution is coming to
Oh,
Nintendo
that's
Switch,
cool!
and we cannot wait for you
This
to
is a
play.
really nice way to start this.
After 20 years, this long-lost
That looks
half-genie
gorgeous.
platforming adventure
I
is
wonder
back
if...
and ready to grant a few wishes.
I was gonna say, I wonder if this is working within actual GBA restrictions, but clearly it isn't because of some of these 2D assets, these sort of nice art assets.
How about magic dances that let me transform?
Yeah,
into
I
different
wonder how
animals?
faithful they're being to GBA hardware constraints. Like, could they make a version of this that would run on a GBA ROM chip?
Solve puzzles and find new ways to progress.
Now you're talking. Plus, for the first time in the series, up to 4 players can duke it out on the same screen in a local multiplayer battle mode.
Like, it would be really
Wow,
nice if
I
you
didn't
could
even
buy a
wish for that
GBA
one.
ROM of this and
Embark
load
on
this onto something like the
revolutionary adventure
the
where
Analog
Shantae
Pocket or
Advance
something.
Risky Revolution spins on
But I
Nintendo
suspect that's
Switch
not
next
viable.
year.
Well, there's definitely some art assets in that trailer that couldn't be on a GBA, but... Is this something by the Sea of Stars people? This visual style and, like, some of the particle effects look very Sea of Stars. Oh, they are doing a GBA cart for it, limited run. Okay, cool. Oh, it's Core Keeper, okay. You see what I mean about this? The whole... The way the lighting is done looks so Sea of Stars. Okay, it's been out in early access for
Drawn towards a
ages.
mysterious artifact, you find yourself stranded in an ancient cavern full of relics and wonders.
Gather resources as you explore procedurally generated biomes to uncover the secrets of this long-forgotten world. There are tools to craft, crops to grow, pets to hatch, bases to build, and monsters to fight during your subterranean adventure.
No need to do it alone though, as up to 8 players can work together in online multiplayer to explore the underground.
I've been
Customize your
working
own
on
character,
turning it from a
assign
house
skills,
into a
upgrade your
home,
tools and
the
armor,
stress
and
of trying
prepare
to
face
choose
Titan's
the
light.
right product for your window.
Endless
Sorry
Cavern
about
is
that.
ready to be explored in Core Keeper.
I had
Plunge
The
into
Gamer,
next summer.
the video game website open, and it decided out of nowhere to start playing an advert in my ears / stream. I was very confused for a minute there. Okay, we've got the obligatory furry game. On Your Tail. Okay, yeah, that's a good name for... Saint Nobody in the Twitch chat says, but what is the right product for my window? Look, this looks neat, but I cannot work out what the genre of this game is by looking at this trailer. There was a little board game. You were maybe rewinding time on some
Ciao,
doors.
sono Mauro, direttore creativo di On Your Tail.
Io sono Imma, l'art director.
E io sono Andrea, il produttore esecutivo del gioco. E tutti noi di Memorable Games
Furry detective mystery with a card game.
un'indimenticabile avventura investigativa.
Molti di noi cresciuti qui in Italia
Yeah, this
condividono bellissimi
is the
ricordi
kind
delle
of game I feel
vacanze.
like you need to give
Se
some
avevamo
context
voglia di
before you
incontri
show a
si
bunch
viveva
of
una vita
things.
diversa, si incontravano nuovi amici, si esploravano
Make
posti
friends,
nuovi,
explore
si
new
facevano esperienze mai
places.
provate prima.
L'avventura di Diana
Okay.
in On Your Tail è ispirata a quelle esperienze, ma con un pizzico di
I do like this
mistero in
shirt with the
più. Speriamo che
just
la
the
vista
Italian
di
rat
Marina
in
possa darvi quelle
sunglasses.
stesse sensazioni di intrigo e meraviglia.
A presto.
A seaside mystery awaits in
Okay.
this narrative life sim with a
You could have
little bit of
skipped the first
sleuthing
trailer and the talking.
as the intrepid young detective Diana.
This trailer where you are
explores the
explaining to me
charming
what
village of Borgo
the game
Marina.
actually is.
Hit the beach, hang out with friends, play games in the arcade, or kick back and relax with some fishing.
Like, maybe show the other trailer after this, but like...
Isn't there a masked menace on the loose?
Ah, yeah, about that. Use your investigation and interrogation skills to get to the bottom of this mystery. Collecting clue cards along the way will help to do.
See, this is so much more useful of a
Play your
trailer.
clue cards right, and you might just have a vacation you'll never forget. On Your Tail launches on Nintendo
Yeah, that
Switch
was a
at the
much
time
that was a
of
much more.
exclusive
I
next
learned
year.
things from that trailer.
She has lived in these woods, but it all fell apart when her brother was taken away.
Oh no. This art style reminds me a lot of the board game Root.
Which gives her a unique protection against this curse.
Oh, Talis Alankle, thank you very much for the 20 months of sub.
Revealed the unlucky fate of her brother.
Hey. Anything good so far? The Lost Shantae Game Boy Advance game that never got finished is getting finished, and it's coming to Switch.
A fairy tale world is being ravaged
There's a
by
game about
foul,
being a furry,
sinister plague spread through
who is a
South alone.
detective,
Only a deaf
and it's
prophet
also a
can
card
find
game.
cure and bring back peace to this realm.
I'm predicting
Use
Outer
both your weapons
Wilds.
and wits to
Outer
progress
Wilds
in this
Shadow Drops. It'll be
turn-based
available
tactical
today.
tale,
I'm putting that prediction
illustrated
out.
with a living ink art style.
You'll need to stay more than one step ahead. 6 steps, in fact. Plan your moves in advance, predicting your enemy's actions.
Oh,
as
so
you
this
write
is
your own thoughts.
a programming game. I think it's it's at least the board gaming term for them. You pre-plan multiple moves and have to account for what could happen in the middle of it. Like, you're locked into your full set of moves before it starts.
Later today, a free demo will also be available
Okay.
on Nintendo eShop.
That looks cool. I do enjoy a programming game every now and then. Ooh, the shading on this is looking lovely. Alanless Muse, thank you very much for the 27 months of sub. Also, I've worked out how to be able to see, like, raids and sub notifications while doing the streaming to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. I just have a pop-out chat on one side and the combined chat on the other, and I can see the notifications over there for the other things. So I can see Twitch notifications properly again.
Hello, we're at Soul Line Studio. Our new game, The Star Name Elves, is a narrative adventure puzzle game where players use photography to explore stunning sceneries.
Behind every object, painting, and photograph lies fascinating stories waiting to be discovered. to highlight the difference between reality and memories, as well as capture the fleeting essence of time itself.
Nintendo's Indie World events really like to do this thing where they show a trailer, then show the devs, then show the trailer again, or a different version of the trailer. I feel like a lot of the pacing on this could be improved if you had narration over trailer.
Photographs and the memories held within them tell a heartwarming story.
Like, yeah,
of
this is the
love
second
and
trailer for this game.
understanding.
I feel like you could skip the first trailer and the dev section like you could for the last game, and go straight to this. Here is narration over footage telling you what the game is while we show you it.
Uncover the truth about your mother's absence.
Overcome challenges to recreate old photographs and piece together the story. Use those snapshots to step back in time and shed
Okay,
new light
yeah.
on the moments when the pictures were taken.
Discover the beauty of
Yeah, time-traveling photography game. It's a genre that's been done before, but I'm always kind of a sucker for it.
Here's an oddly specific question. What if expertly packing a bag made you more powerful?
Then each trip to the supermarket would make me a hero?
Oh, I love...
Exactly. Though,
Oh.
this roguelike deck builder, the
Okay, this is my jam. I love really weird roguelikes that have like weird little mechanic gimmicks.
treasures to find.
I still get to be a hero though, right?
Yes. Bring back the loot you find in the dungeon to help rebuild your hometown. The locals will certainly consider you.
Yeah, this feels like it's in the camp of like Loop Hero. Oh, what's the one on Playdate where you you only have like a limited number of slots at the bottom and you're having to use them. Yeah, this is Backpack Hero. What's the one on Playdate called that I really like?
Seriously fun
Let me
inventory
find.
management.
Inventory Hero.
Launching on Nintendo Switch later
I will
today.
download the hell out of this. This looks like exactly my kind of game. Yeah, Inventory Hero is a very similar kind of game. It's you literally only have 6 inventory slots, and that has to be like you're constantly throwing away things that aren't useful, consuming items. Like it is very quick management of your limited inventory slots RPG, and that's the whole gameplay. Is just what to equip, what to throw out, what to eat. Go go go.
A demon transformed into a deadly weapon.
Ooh, this art style looks really nice.
But can also interfere with time itself, restoring once destroyed stairs.
I'm pulling the Switch up now. Is Backpack Hero available now?
Master control of your demon blade? Blade Chimera slashes onto Nintendo
Blade
Switch
Chimera is a
with
good
time
name.
console exclusive
I enjoy the
next
name.
These hills are awash with stories.
I opened the eShop and Hogwarts Legacy is the top thing, the most recent release. No, thank you. Well, yeah, they said later today, but later today usually means 5 PM. Or it might mean like 20 minutes after the direct ends, but yeah, later today. We've hit the point that like today's eShop releases would usually be up. Backpack Hero, please don't be out today. I need to finish playing through Alan Wake 2 and Yakuza.
Come to the lighthouse, Moira. Come as fast as you can.
Okay, Backpack Hero is not up
Joe,
yet.
And I'm co-founder of Inkle and the creative director of A Highland Song.
And I'm Nat, lead level designer in the game. A Highland Song.
A
is
Highland
all
Song
about
does
how it
look
feels
pretty
to explore
cool.
the mountains of Scotland, and it's been directly inspired by our own adventures in the wilderness.
The remote Scottish Highlands can be
Yeah, so we're doing this
but also
format again.
harsh and unforgiving
Look,
if you're not prepared.
maybe some of this
That
is.
balance is something
I'm
we've tried
gonna
to
I'm
capture
gonna
in the
like
gameplay of
I'm
A
gonna mute
Highland
this for a
Song.
second. Maybe part of this is because I've put together a like one of these kind of game promotion like a Nintendo Direct style thing. I don't think this is a good pacing choice they have made. As someone who has considered pacing choices and has
New paths and shortcuts to reach the sea as
like
fast
I'll
as
say
you
this,
can.
if I had chosen to pace the AA Summer Showcase with this format as like an untested format, I probably couldn't have gotten away with it.
jump. Climb
Nintendo
and
can get away
scramble
with it
your
because
way
they're
to home,
Nintendo.
with the sound of
But,
Scottish
like,
folk music scoring your journey.
the fact they can get away with it, I don't think
A
means that
Highland
it's
Song
a
launches
good
on the
pacing
Nintendo
choice.
Switch system, December 5th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo
Yeah,
eShop.
Scotland in a video game. Ooh, December 5th. Nice.
Explore 100 procedurally generated islands in this creature collecting dungeon.
I looked at this and it looked cool, and you say procedurally generated, and my interest
You'll
vanishes.
aim to become a world-renowned alchemist
Yeah.
by exploring islands in the sky.
This
collecting over
looks
60
kind of like
adorable spirits in compelling
oh,
card
Wild
combat across this
Force,
open
the
world. Then,
the
when you're
icy
ready to
pixel
head
art
home,
deck
a
builder.
whole community
Why do I want to call it
awaits
Wild
you
Force? It's not
unwind.
called that.
Craft items. Tend to your farm.
Someone knows what I'm
brew
on about.
potions, decorate your home, befriend the local villagers, and who knows, maybe you'll even fall in love.
Live your life however you
Wild
choose
Frost.
in Moonstone Island. Launching
Yeah.
on Nintendo Switch as a timed console exclusive
Okay.
next spring.
Card game and farming sim. Okay, maybe I could get on board with that combo. Okay, so we're doing this format again. We're seeing the trailer where I have no real understanding of what this game is, and then the devs are going to talk, and then we're going to see the trailer that actually explains the game as we're seeing it. Like, is this a detective game? I think it is. I saw the word contradiction, which suggests this is a Phoenix Wright, I think. Like, is that an actual time limit? Is there
Hello，大家好，
game
我
playing
们是双管
mechanics?
把戏 Dash Trick Double Blind 的开发者，我是制作人糖果，我是美术 Jenny。我们从高中的时候就是好朋友，而且我们两个都是各种侦探故事的爱好者，所以那时候起一起制作一款侦探游戏这个想法就埋在了我们的脑海里。我们希望结合绚丽梦幻的美术风格以及丰富多彩的人物群像故事，所以我们就想到了马戏团。谢谢大家，
Yeah,
希望
a
你们也会
circus
喜
will
欢
give you
在
colorful
马戏中破
characters.
案以及了解这些马戏团人物背后的故事。
And now we get another trailer.
Oh, Morgan's Traveling Circus is in town. Unfortunately, their star magician
This is the
has gone
same...
missing in this
Okay, for a second I thought this
investigative
was just going to be the same trailer.
An unlikely detective duo. One, a fellow
It's at least a different trailer. I really thought they were going to talk over the same trailer that's already shown.
amnesia. As they each investigate Hattie's disappearance, you'll need to combine each character's clues to figure out which suspects have been clowning around.
With only a limited number of actions at your disposal, you'll need to carefully decide which leads to pursue, looking out for contradictions in the evidence.
I get the appeal of that, but it's just not for me. I want to be allowed to be thorough.
Whimsical character you encounter and challenge anyone you find to be.
Oh gosh, we're like, we've got to be like 2 minutes from the end of this.
Death Trick Double Blind launches
I
first for consoles
genuinely
on
reckon
Nintendo
next
Switch
next
year.
announcement might be
A
the
free
last
demo will
one.
be available on Nintendo eShop later today.
Yep. Here we go, Outer Wilds. Yep. Fioru knows his shit. Yeah, it's only 20 minutes. This game is... Okay, this game is fantastic. Hey, if you've not played this game, just don't think too much about what they're showing you. Don't think too much about what they're showing you. This game is a masterpiece, and if you can go in not knowing anything, the first, like, half hour or so of the game is fucking mind-blowing.
Exploration is key to unraveling the mysteries of this peculiar
I do kind of want to replay this.
This open-world adventure has you scouring multiple planets in search of clues, strange signals, and ancient alien.
Is this going... Are they going to say
Don't dawdle.
the...
The solar system is trapped in a time loop, and each planet changes dramatically as you explore.
Delve into an underground city before it's swallowed by sand.
Okay.
Dodge sky-high
They
cyclones.
haven't said
Explore a planet
as
collapsing
much
into the
as
black
the first
hole's
time they
core.
announced this for Switch.
Find the keys to to unlock the secrets.
They got
of
a
the
little
solar
too
system
specific
in the
about
most
this.
hidden and dangerous of
That's
places.
already more than I...
Plus,
Look,
unravel the deepest
it's already more than I
secrets of
would
all
have said
that
about
included
it.
Echoes
But
of the Eye expansion.
it's... yeah.
Grab your cosmic hiking gear when Outer Wilds Archaeologist Edition touches down on Nintendo
Look,
Switch.
they said the words
December 7th.
time
Pre-orders
loop. That
begin
doesn't
today
necessarily
on
ruin
Nintendo
the start of the
eShop.
game.
A physical version will also be
I-
available next year.
Well, Amber, it looks like our time's almost up.
The first time...
Before we go,
Oh.
let's take a look at a few more indie
Yeah,
games.
the
coming
first
to
time they
Nintendo
did
Switch.
a trailer for it, they were way more specific about what the nature of the time loop situation was, and that caused a whole bunch. Like they way too. It's a fantastic game. Just go play it. It's great. Real interesting. Oh no, you can get lost out in space. No. Yazigra? The less you say, the better. Don't prime people. Just... They've said more than they should, but they haven't said... They could have said more. That's all I will say. Passepartout. Okay, Urban Myth Dissolution Center is a heck of a name. Ooh, that's some interesting pixel art. But Jonathan Blow can fuck off. Pretentious, anti-vax, transphobic, right-wing shitbag. Rage was always going
Thanks
to
for
show up
watching,
here.
everyone. We hope you enjoyed the games featured in today's showcase.
A big thank you as ever to our indie community and partners, working hard to bring their experiences to the Nintendo Switch system. Follow our official Indie World
Come
account
on,
to
Indie
stay
World.
up to date on the latest news from
Put that backpack game up now.
Again for
I
watching,
want
and
to
as
play it.
always,
Happy gaming!
What was it called? Backpack Hero? Was it? I think it was called Backpack Hero. Try using the search function. Are you in the Switch eShop yet? Nope. Lego The Incredibles is the only thing that shows up when you search Backpack Hero. Currently, it'll be out today. I just gotta remember to fucking download it. But that looks really cool. Yeah, Backpack Hero is 100% the thing that caught my attention most in this. Let me see if I can pull up some footage of Inventory Hero, because I want to show you, like, a good reference point for, like, the kind of weird little games I like playing. Inventory Hero YouTube. Let me see if I can find a good YouTube video I can throw up quick. Yeah, we can do it this way. Yeah, so this is the one on Playdate that I was reminded of. So the whole deal is that you are just auto-running and auto-attacking, and you only have these 6 slots down the bottom of your screen that your inventory to hold on to things. So, like, you have healing items, either like a static amount of health increased or a percentage of health increased, and like the brooms are weapons to equip. So you might be like, wait until my weapon is about to break and then equip a new weapon in the weapon slot, which is a broom. Throw out stuff that's trash. Cool, there's a weapon with level 2 attack. I'll equip that. And it's about like managing your inventory in ever more elaborate and fast-paced ways. This is on... I think this is part of Season 1. I think this is part of the batch of games you get for free with the Playdate. Yeah, so if I... Let me scroll ahead like 20 minutes and see if I can find some slightly more intense gameplay. But like, this is what Backpack Hero made me initially think of. Come on, YouTube, you can do it. You can load. I believe in you. KDR in the Twitch chat says, I think Backpack Hero is closer to God of Weapons than Inventory Hero with adjacency effects. Yes, I'm not saying it's one-to-one, just that, oh, sorry, yeah, there's a boss fight back here. That's probably a good one. Yeah, so this boss is, like, throwing, occasionally throwing bombs at you, and you're having to, like, collect the components of a bomb and throw them back. I'm not saying it's one-to-one, but it makes me think of stuff like this, stuff like Loop Hero. Weird little, management and decision-making looping roguelikes. Yeah, you see how this one sort of keeps going. This is the kind of vibe of weird roguelikes I like. But anyway, thank you very much everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I'm going to go get on with some housework and then record a Queer and Pleasant Strangers episode that'll be up later this week, where me and Jane talk about every single movie and TV show that came out during the WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes that we watched, now that we can talk about those. So look forward to that later this week. Thank you very much. I'll be back soon. Bye.